it's time again to see what is in the box. See this. Probably better to use this. They say do not bend. Please do not bend. Do not ever. So see if the Postal Service did not bend. Sometimes I think they can't read. Not opening too easily. This way. Yeah, got it. Do I have here? Okay, I got a note from the seller, so I don't want to.
And you put them right on the camera.
Uh-oh. This one's hard to do because there's stuff on the inside too. Okay. Important note. Diety was manufactured, this is the Diety doll now. There's a picture of a doll, a girl with her doll. And the note says, Diety is manufactured by F&B and distributed to the American Red Cross chapters, child care centers, and boards of education throughout the United States to be used by instructors in prenatal education to teach infant care to prospective mothers. Since this doll is intended to be used only for instructional purposes rather than as a toy, its clothing and accessories are made as lifelike as possible, including the safety pins on the diaper. For this reason, we urge strict adult supervision if this doll is given to a child to use as a toy. Now that a lot of children had Diety dolls to play with, but this is a historical note that came with all the dolls that went to the Red Cross for that purpose. And that's what this is. Along with the picture of the little girl with her Diety doll. Oh, that's because all the stuff that the person sent wrote on the package. It's just the first name, it's not anything.
Oh. It's also light red ink. It's not going to pick up on
That goes in that suit. Set it aside. I'll be putting all that probably in that suitcase with the doll.
I'll put it next to the suitcase so you can put it in.
Okay. I thought since I do have Diety doll collection that would be worth having as it's a historical note. That these dolls were so much like babies that they were actually able to use them that way. I ran across these because I was looking at my doll, my Noma doll that I have, see what she was worth and picking up a few. And this company, same company that makes that, makes these. And I was really interested, so I decided to collect those, some because it's a historical value. Now I hear they have like robots or something that works a little better than, but at the time dolls was all they had. And that was as close to a baby as they could get.
I think the schools still use dolls.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if the schools didn't still use dolls because of the cost. Would be cheaper. You have to watch it because this stuff has notes inside of the packages. Okay, this is my other Deity doll. It's a little book that came with the Deity dolls, but they're spread all over the place, so you get the doll and you don't get the other stuff, and then somebody will let go of one. This is the Deity doll booklet. It says, What Every Young Mother Should Know by Aunt Patsy. So we can open it up and see what it says. To me, it was sort of like Dr. Spock. Here's how to raise your kid. Totally ruined an entire generation. But hopefully, Aunt Patsy's nicer. Let's see what she says. There's the mother and her child. If you can hold it up. Then I have to be very careful because this is old. And that's coming out this way. Huh. It's sort of like, it looks like a book, but it's almost like a pamphlet. A note to the parent. And these are for children with that get the dolls, by the way. This is not the Red Cross thing. Okay. Be careful.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. And if you could just hold it up to the camera for them to see what it looks like. And then the other side shows a personal message to you from Aunt Patsy. So it's sort of like Dr. Spock, but maybe a little nicer. It's sort of like maybe advice from a relative for a young mother who's just having her first child or something.
Probably more relevant.
Yeah, I would say it's probably much better than Dr. Spock. At least you don't ruin your dolls. Okay, next box. We have a box. By the way, I'm here again. It seems like this is a conspiracy. I keep moving back. But boxes, those big boxes.
Yeah, every time this happens, I have to move my equipment. That's why I don't like it. But she can't do this on the table. Not with these big boxes. So yeah.
Okay, this far.
But she doesn't buy this stuff to with unboxing on YouTube in mind. She's actually got a goal in mind. YouTube is more secondary.
But it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay. I think this box is going to come apart very... Might be much easier to get stuff out. Well, I thought.
Might as well cut that last string.
Well, let's just do this. Is there a string somewhere?
Yeah, Yeah, give me.
Oh, here, wait. I see it. Batleth. Much better. Lots of plastic.
You know where the trash can is.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you did it. Makes life. This is Big 20. We got this, it was sold for parts. Because the one I have is missing keys and stuff, and there's one key missing. We knew that. There you are, parts. Check it out and see if it works, whichever one works better.
You know, the power supply for this one.
Yeah, this one has a power
Oh.
supply.
It does.
Power supply. Yes, indeed. I got the higher price one that came with power supply.
Oh, that's good. This is actually the original power supply. If you know, if you know the Commodore 64 has that DIN plug for power supply, and this is different.
We have one more box. One more box. Yay. Ballast. That's it. Yes, better. Make sure everything's out. Yes. It's your Atari.
I actually wanted one of these when it first came out, and I just never did get one.
I don't see a power supply.
Give me this, if I remember correctly, and I might not. Me. It's a DIN plug style power supply. So we'll need to get a power supply for it. And there's a broken keyboard too. Just one key. Just one key is missing. Atari ST. Hey, you need to finish unboxing this. Thank you. Yeah, that's an Atari ST. Little bit of history on this. And
Yes, you.
the very first virus for the Macintosh did not run on the Macintosh. It ran on the Atari ST with a Macintosh clone hardware on it. You had to plug the Plugged in the other side, actually. Yeah, that side. Plugged it into that side, and then it would run. And then once you plug the Macintosh clone hardware into the ST, it would run the Macintosh software and the Mac OS and everything. Only the first generation Mac, but still. And one of the one of the Apple devotees wasn't too pleased with this, so they created the first Mac virus. Right in the middle of the Mac devotees going, there is no Mac virus. One Mac virus was made by a Macintosh devotee.
Oh.
And even and they continue to say this, even though there was actually one out, it just didn't run on the Macintosh hardware. But it's still, the only reason that it didn't run on the Macintosh hardware is it checked the hardware to, the virus before it installed itself, checked the hardware to see if it was an authentic Mac, to see if it was an Atari ST. Not to see if it was an authentic Macintosh, but to see if it was an Atari ST, which means any other clone would this wouldn't install.
Just if it's with
Just
the
only the Atari ST. And the people who made the hardware made one change on the hardware, and the virus wouldn't install. That's all they did, was change the made one minor change on the hardware, so that the virus didn't recognize it as an Atari ST, and the virus wouldn't install.
Okay. So we are through this time, so get your own.